Hawksley Workman, welcome back on the show. Fourth time on the show. Never in Calgary, though, so this is a first.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
And thank you for being located so close to a coffee shop.
We try. You know, it was part of the plans when we built
Brilliant.
the studios. Yeah.
Location.
It is all
in the
about
brochure.
location.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. So big rock show tonight at Mac
Big
Hall.
rock show. Last night, if last night was any indication,
Where were you?
We punished Vancouver with the kind of rock that is not often seen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Describe this rock and roll that is not often seen.
Well, here's the thing about rock and roll is that I always think we always play pretty good shows. Mm-hmm. It's my job. I'm pretty good at my job. We always do pretty good. However, there's those magic nights where something happens, like it's just the right blend of soul, like, you know, angle of the sun versus, you know, atmosphere versus something astral has to be going on. I don't know what happened, but last night we just upped it. It was mental. So. Yeah. And tonight's going to be really fun because my brother lives here in Calgary.
Yeah, last time you were on the show, you told me you just had a baby.
Yeah, that's right. And so it's nice to see my one and only nephew, and my dad came into town. He'll probably jump.
Is he going to play drums
stage.
tonight?
Yeah, he's going to play
drums
big time.
Good.
Yeah. Calgary's always been great to us. You know, I'm really a blessed guy to have my job, and that in Canada we still are able to. I'm one of the only people, I think, in this sort of in the Canadian music business who gets to do whatever I want, and no one says, "Hey, quit confusing us." You know, it's like it seems to be. I have a carte blanche. So, and I have a band right now that's just mind blowing. Like,
cool.
It's exciting for me to be on stage and hear these cats because it's like it's always off the hook.
And the last time we talked, you said you were going to throw in some Floyd and Zeppelin covers, things like that. Are you doing that?
We did that this past summer. We did a few one-offs. We played a show outside of Geneva, Switzerland with Sinead O'Connor. Oh, we played the Edmonton Folk Festival. We played a folk festival in Ontario. And it was one of those summers where it was like, you know what, we're just nerdy dudes. Why don't we pull the whole garage thing and we'll play all of our favorite songs? We played 4 or 5 of my tunes, but we played 6 or 7.
Oh, really?
We played a Who track and a Led Zeppelin song and a Queen song, a Jackson 5 song and a Rheostatic song. It was like we just totally nerded out. Like, what do we want to play? What would be so fun to play? And so we sort of spent the summer goofing off. But we were back to, well, we're still goofing off, but we're doing it more exclusively with my songs.
More in line.
Yes, I'm keeping everybody.
Yeah.
I'm keeping a rigid format.
Rigid, that's the word I was looking for. It escaped me. Happens from time to time. Live at Mac Hall tonight, Hawksley Workman. Let's play a song.
Okay.
Off Lover Fighter, Anger is Beauty or Smoke Baby?
Oh, let's play Smoke Baby.
I knew you were going to go with that one.
You
Why?
did? I liked Anger is Beauty. I always thought that it wasn't the right single choice. I know that sounds real nerdy and music bizzo, but
no, it's all right.
I always thought Smoke Baby was the strongest track on the record. And I still think for folks who like my music and have that record, I think it's generally a favorite. 5
questions, 1 word answers.
Okay.
Road or studio?
Both.
That sucks. Choose one.
Studio.
Thank you. Lennon or McCartney?
McCartney.
Alcohol or marijuana?
Yeah, both.
Choose one.
Oh, marijuana.
Song you've written you're most
proud of.
Did I
really say that? Oh, no. What?
Song you've written you're most proud of?
Probably a song called Don't Be Crushed off my first record.
Cool. Way back when. Mm-hmm. You haven't written anything as good since?
I probably have. It's what I've... You know, there's songs... I think it was the first... I look back and think that's a really great song. And I think that I've always felt like it looms. You know, I'm supposed to beat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And you haven't yet, you don't think?
Yeah, I think I probably have a couple times or come very close. On Tree Full of Starling, I wrote a song called Ice Age, which comes close, I think.
Yeah. Do those songs come out live still? Or are you just playing more newer stuff?
Right now, it's actually quite a lot of new stuff. Every once in a while, I find... Because I'm a creature of habit, I'm like a cat, you know. I'll just eat Whiskas over and over. You know what I mean?
Tasty?
Yeah, like lamb and rice for 20 years, you know. And I can find that I'll be on the road, and because I like the comfort on stage, the show's real serendipitous and a bit random, but I only can feel comfortable about that serendipity if I know that the songs stay the same night after night, like that there's no change in the set list. My band, they go mental. Like, can we just play a new set of tunes? And for me, I like having that one thing remain consistent. However, what it means is like 5 years can go past and it's like, geez, you know, like I've written 10 records. That means like there's 120 songs to choose from. And I still always sort of mine the same 25. You know?
Yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah, so we really set out to kind of play a bunch of stuff that we weren't comfortable or familiar with.
Back to the 5 questions.
Yeah, I love this.
One word, Hawksley Workman.
Okay. One word, Hawksley Workman?
Yeah.
Lost.
Lost. You feel lost right now?
Right now I do.
Yeah. You get to go home soon, right? This is like the last date for a
I'm
little
not
while.
going to go home for a while, to be honest with you. I think
are you gonna do?
I'm going to just...
Be a journeyman? Traveling?
Yeah, I'm going to just stay kind of traveling for now. I'm tired of the winter, so I think I'm going to go to Mexico next week. And then I'm going to go to New York, I think.
Yeah? You think you don't have any planes booked or anything? You just kind of see what happens?
No, I don't have anything booked, but that's kind of the way I like it.
Cool. Let's play When You Gonna Flower, because it's off the new record.
Love that song.
And there's like, 65 drums in there? What happened?
When You're Gonna Flower is just like, it's a bombastic exercise in trying to be AC/DC.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you were going for? You said, let's make an AC/DC track?
Yeah.
Does Lost Manlicious still feel better for you? Last time we talked, you said beautiful sounds better.
Yeah.
Manlicious feels better.
It's funny, you know, like Between the Beautifuls has been nominated for this Juno, which has kind of got me rethinking about that record. Like, there's just, I don't know, I sort of have a bit of bad blood with that album, and I don't consider it, you know, like, it also came and went really quickly. It didn't really see a wide release, only really in Canada. And so we did our tour, and then the songs kind of disappeared. But, yeah, Manlicious to me is still the king of the castle.
It's what you wanted to make all along?
It's what I wanted to make all along.
And that record came out of the session, same as Beautiful Sessions, Tree Full of Starling, all back in the desert a few years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
And I know you've been releasing records that are older recently. Then, you know, Security Guards came out a few years ago, Puppy came out.
Yeah.
Are there still records back there that are waiting to get released?
Yeah, there is. There's one more. I mean, oddly, it's funny you bring. It's amazing that you even know that stuff. Puppy was.
I'm a fan.
Well, that's cool. It blows my mind. Puppy was something I found on cassette. To be honest, I'd completely forgotten about it. And
that during the drinking days?
I actually wrote and recorded Puppy as an experiment between For Him and the Girls and Delicious Wolves, kind of trying to figure out exactly what I was going to do. And back in those days, I didn't have a particularly sophisticated studio, so all of the mixes ended up on cassette. I remember finding it in a box, playing it, and being totally excited that this music existed, you know? So there's only one other record that I know of that's just sitting around collecting dust.
And how come it's just sitting around? Why is it not?
Because I'm a few lyrics shy of it being through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And then for material that's coming out next, are we going back to that Treeful session, or is there? Are you
no,
gonna
it's
write
funny.
Again? Is that dry? Desert fun.
Yeah. I've just finished making a record, to be honest with you.
You always have just finished making a record every time I talk to you. It seems like you work constantly.
Well, you see, I do. I was also, I was in a relationship that ended, and instead of destroying myself, I decided I'd record a record. You know, so
probably a healthier choice.
Yeah. So, this was rather impromptu. So I called an engineer. My favorite engineer's name's Stu Crooks, and I said, "Look, I really need to just make a record, I think, and are you available, you know, starting, in 3 days kind of thing?"
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we cooked up a pretty cool little record. And I don't think I'm going to stop there. I think I'm going to keep firing at records for the next little while. It's nice to be creative. It keeps you... sometimes if I don't make something, I feel completely useless, you know, and that I don't have any real value. So... And this is part of the problem when you get into this cycle of producing a lot of stuff and doing tours. Like, I find it hard to rest, you know? I think that's why you end up drinking and stuff, is that because it's like, okay, well, my job is so full of these peaks, you know? That if I'm not going up to a peak or just sort of finishing a peak, that the slide down to the bottom into the valley is really fast. You know, it's like if I haven't just written a great song or done a great show or produced somebody's record or something like that, then I find like it's a struggle to know what to do when you're awake, you know?